Hey everyone, and welcome to my March Recent Reads wrap up. March was my greatest reading month in a really long time. I had so many 5-star reads this month, it was unbelievable, and so many other really good reads. So let's just get right into it and talk about all of these amazing books. I'll start with The Ask and the Answer by Patrick Ness, because my god was this book good. This is actually part of the Chaos Walking series, which I'm doing a read along for at the moment. I'll actually leave a link up above to our live show so you can see all of our spoilery discussion about this book if you are interested in that. But this itself, without going into any kind of spoilers or anything else, in case you haven't read this book, it was absolutely incredible. The discussions this had around colonization, slavery, war, how dictators rise, as well as things like toxic masculinity, like sexism, and all of this kind of thing was done absolutely brilliantly. I loved how this kind of felt also a little bit Handmaid's Tale in some places. I really enjoyed that. I love the discussions this also had around things like the dangers of just following orders. I really loved Todd's journey throughout here, as well as Viola's, and like I said, it is a brilliantly well done book. It is so sensitively done, but so well done, and it covers those topics really well, and I really sort of made me think about a lot of things and everything else, as you can see in the live show that I'll link obviously up above, like I said. But this was incredible. This was absolutely incredible. I cannot recommend it enough. This is a must read series, especially for the times we are living in. It is incredible. Next up was Oathbound by Tracy Deonn, and don't worry, I'm not going to give any kind of spoilers here whatsoever, so if you have not read this book yet, you can still watch this video. I'm not going to give away spoilers, but if you are still worried, I will leave a timestamp here so you can just skip right over this if you want to know absolutely nothing about this book going into it. So obviously, timestamp here. If you haven't skipped forward yet, I'm going to say that you want to hear this, but oh my god, that's all I've got. I mean, oh my god, the ending of this book and everything else about this book was absolutely incredible. I loved all the individual storylines in this. The ones that really stuck out for me were obviously Bree's storyline, because I love seeing everything about her, learning more about her powers and everything else. That was absolutely fascinating. And then Sel's storyline was absolutely fantastic as well. I love Sel as a character anyway. He's one of my favourites from this series, so I loved his storyline. And then the ending. The ending! Oh my god, I'm going to need to travel forward in time immediately so I can now actually read the next book in this series, because I need answers. I just need answers, because oh my god, the ending. That's all I've got is oh my god, the ending, because the ending ended me, quite frankly. The ending ended me. It was so good, so well done, and now I'm sat here going, what do you mean that's just happened? I need answers immediately. So I am now desperate for the next book. It's not even written yet, but I am desperate for the next book. This was an easy 5 stars. This was probably one of the easiest 5 stars I've ever given. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Tracy Deonn is quickly becoming one of my favourite authors. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. If you have not read this series yet, or if you haven't read Oathbound yet, drop everything to read it, because oh my god, just oh my god, was this good. Just, I have no words apart from oh my god. If I say anything more, I'm going to spoil it, so I'm going to move on, but just oh my god, this was good. It was incredible. Another one that was a 5-star read was Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, and don't worry, once again, there's going to be absolutely no spoilers here, but there is a timestamp if you want to skip forward and not hear anything about this book either. But oh my god, this did Haymitch proud. I loved Haymitch's story throughout here. I love finding out more about Haymitch pre-games and then post-games. I love finding out more about District 12 as well in Haymitch's time. That was absolutely fascinating to compare it from there to where Katniss is as well. I loved all of that. I loved Haymitch's games itself. The epilogue absolutely killed me. I won't lie, the epilogue absolutely killed me. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved that so much. I loved Haymitch. I loved all of the other characters in here. I loved also seeing like the sparks of the start of Katniss's story starting within this book. It was incredible. Suzanne Collins once again absolutely knocked it out of the park, and like I said, 5-star read, incredible. And the final 5-star book I had before I go into any of the comics was Skulldark Repleasant, Heart Full of Hatred by Derek Landy. And don't worry, once again, absolutely no spoilers here, but oh my god, the man's an evil genius. Like, absolute evil genius. He said we were going to hate him after we read this book, and he was absolutely right, because the things he did in this book were not okay. Like, you can see my reading vlog for it up above here in full spoilery detail, where I am speechless at some of the things he does in this book, because they were frankly evil and I could not believe what he just did. But what I will say right now though, outside of the evil genius side of things, is that I loved the slasher vibes in this one. I really enjoyed those. I really loved the plot of this one. I loved the characters who turned up in this one. The plot twists were incredible, and the ending, I need it to be next year immediately so I can go and read the next book, so I can find out how all of this is going to end and how it's all going to wrap up. But this was incredible. This was an absolute 5-star read. I know I am biased because I love this series anyway, but this one was absolutely incredible. And again, plot twists blew my mind. I cannot believe what he's just done, but evil genius, essentially. The man's an evil genius, that is all I'm saying, because he's an evil genius. Then on to the comics, I have issue 1 in Derek Landy's Doctor Strange in Asgard, which is his latest ongoing for Marvel, and this sees Doctor Strange losing the title of Sorcerer Supreme on Earth, and him going to Asgard to try and gain the title of their Sorcerer Supreme. And while this one is very much a setup where it sets up where he is on Asgard and the mystery that's going to be going through this series and everything else, I still gave it 5 stars because I thought it was brilliant. Derek Landy is definitely the right person to be writing Doctor Strange. I mean, I already knew that after reading all of his work on Sorcerers in Skullduggery Pleasant, but he was definitely the right person for this one. I loved his work with Doctor Strange and Loki. I loved also seeing Stephen interacting with Thor and things like this. I really love seeing more of Asgard, like from the sort of not royal perspective, I guess you could call it, and I'm really excited to see where this is going to go. And also the artwork looks like this on the inside. I don't know if you see that. There we go. It looks like this on the inside, and it is absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see where the series is going to go next. And then the final thing to mention is Daredevil by Charles Soule, and I've been really enjoying this series. It's got a really nice healthy dose of like lawyer Matt antics as well as Daredevil Matt antics. I'm loving seeing him mentor Blind Spot as well. The stuff with Muse has been really interesting. It's really creepy as well, and I'm loving seeing how it's kind of become the basis of the Daredevil Born Again TV series as well, which is something I am absolutely loving as well. I am adoring that series. I cannot believe it's going to be over next week at time of filming, but there we go. I've been really enjoying this series as a comic as well, and seeing all of these different parts of Matt and seeing him basically be Daredevil while also being a lawyer, while also dealing with Muse and the Inhumans and Blind Spot and everything else. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I'm so enjoying it, and I cannot believe I've nearly finished it, because I'm not going to know what to do with myself once I have, because I've been enjoying it so much. And that is the end of my March recent read, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me the last book you gave 5 stars to, I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a star emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, as well as a link as well down below to my Etsy store that sells bookish merch and Notion templates if you want to organise your life via Notion this year, or to just treat yourself to something bookish today. Or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But till next time everyone, bye!